Hey, what's up guys? So I'm making another video today. I know it was kind of a long wait, like a week. I'm trying to get a schedule down. It's probably going to be more like the weekends is when I upload. I'm trying to do Saturday, Sunday, Monday is kind of the situation here with my videos. And also, if you're just seeing my channel, if you're just noticing it, please hit the subscribe button, like the video, do everything you can to, support me and everything. If you like the video, you don't have to if you don't like the video, but, give it a watch, like, subscribe, all that stuff. But yeah, I'm trying to work on a schedule. If I can get a schedule down, I'll keep going, and every week, every time with new stuff. But today I was gonna do kind of a special video. It's just mostly gonna be me talking, not really any like big stuff, just talking, like kind of a rant about things, because recently there's been stuff going around about Twitch and how much people make on Twitch, and I kind of just want to debate it, maybe, I guess, or just rant about my opinion on it. But it kind of all started when I first saw Charlie, or Moistcritikal, post this tweet saying super weird to see people freak out about Twitch income and act like it was some big secret when sub count is publicly available. Take that number and multiply by 2.5 or 3.5 and you're there. I made a whole video on it. It's not a Krabby Patty formula. It's basic shit. To be honest with you, I agree with him 100% that it sits right in front of your face. You should be able to see what they make. And I find it really weird that a lot of people are so surprised by the fact that these guys make a lot of money. I mean, it's kind of obvious they make a lot of money. If you're a big fan of them, you can clearly tell they're living very well and they're doing very well for themselves. It's not like they're living poor. But there's just this weird narrative that some people think that content creators should be on the same level as them, I guess. I don't know. Or there's the argument that doctors and firefighters deserve more money than actors and football players, and or not just football players, but athletes. But I'm just gonna be dead honest with you. There's only two of those things that you can say can be countered in. I personally do not think athletes and content creators should be considered in this, and I'll give that reasoning later, but for now, actors, I do believe, yeah, they get paid a lot of money and they don't have to do that much work, and they can do it for the rest of their lives if they're good. But you have to understand that it's a supply and demand situation. I said this in my own tweet. I'm not going to read my own tweet, but just talking about how, some of these people don't take econ classes or something, or don't know how economy works, because it's about supply and demand. No one is going up to a doctor saying, I want a doctor, all the time. They're not going up to a doctor supplying them with money, because it's not a demand. It's a demand for people who need a doctor. And keep in mind, doctors make a lot of money. Doctors make a shitload of money, and I don't know where this idea is that they don't make enough money compared to these people. These people are making like millions, while doctors are still making around some $100,000. And if you're not, then you kind of got fucked over, or you're just not in a good field, because doctors make a shitload of money. I mean, literally. And people don't seem to comprehend that. I do agree firefighters get paid very little, and I don't like that it's like that, but you can't blame the content creators. You can't blame other people for firefighters being not paid well enough, I guess. It's a supply and demand. Like I said, you click on the videos, you watch them, you join the streams, you pay them. You don't have to pay them. You can sit on a stream and watch it for free. It's available for free, and it's optional to subscribe to them. You don't have to do. On top of that, there's a lot of people that I saw one tweet about some guy talking about college students and how it's not fair that this guy's in debt and he has to go watch XQC and he's making way more money than him and he's donating and stuff. That's on the college student's fault. Instead of focusing on his own life, he's watching XQC and donating to him, then yes, that's their own fault. And sometimes that's what makes them happy. For some people, they don't understand this, but content creators actually supply people with a lot of things that are essential needs, like happiness. A lot of people fail to have any sort of happiness, and when they go to YouTube or content creators, they supply them with a form of happiness or just feeling good. It's a way to get them out of the sadness that they live in. And I know that's depressing and that sounds depressing, but for a lot of people, they just don't get to feel happy. And YouTube and all these content creators bring that excitement to their lives, a social life even. They get to meet people. It's a way to connect. And so it gives them so much more than that. And I also just don't understand the logic between some people who say they separate themselves from the entertainment world. What do you do then? Do you just not go on the internet, or what do you? I mean, it's fine if you don't go on the internet. Cool, I'm not gonna hate on you. But are you saying you just don't watch movies because you don't think actors deserve money? I'm just gonna be honest with you. Actors work their ass off to get to their spot, and there's a lot of people in this world who want to be actors. There's only so many people in this world who can actually become a famous actor, and a lot of people want to get there. A lot of people fail. So for those ones who make it to the top, they deserve it because they managed to work their ass off. Now, there are some actors and actresses who are horrible people, like Amber Heard. That's definitely not a good person. Or I don't know the names of everybody, but you get my point. There's a lot of actors and actresses who are horrible people who don't deserve the money, and that's in your case. Then just don't watch movies that have them in it. Don't support them. Don't give them the money. Same thing that goes for content creators. Like, for example, I don't like Hassan. I think he's a hypocrite. I don't watch his shit then. I don't support him. I don't give him clicks. I don't give him anything. I dislike him, and I watch videos on him or from other content creators if I have to pick and choose pieces out of it. Like, say if I'm making a video of him, I'm not going to go straight to his content. I'm going to go through other sources because I don't want to give him the clicks, right? That's easy. There's ways around it, I know it's scummy, but if I don't think he deserves the money, then I don't give him the money. It's all up to you. But I'm not hating on Hassan because he's a millionaire. Like, all the other people who watch him give him the money. It's really just on them. It's not his fault that he's a millionaire, it's them. So you can't really hate on that. But the point I wanted to bring up earlier, the athletes and content creator situation. People don't realize this, but athletes aren't that rich, and people don't seem to understand that. People look at athletes and think they get paid more than everything, but you have to understand that athletes only play their sport for maybe a few years if they're lucky. There's only so many athletes in this world who can play like Tom Brady for 20 years or so and make millions and millions and millions that'll last them for a year. But some of them can only last for about a few years before their body shits themselves and they've only made so much money to keep them going for the rest of their life. And you can make an argument for content creators that they'll stay in the game for longer, but it's the same thing for content creators. You only get so many years of relevancy before you start falling off and your money starts to dive down. People don't understand that, but you have to be financially stable, and a lot of athletes back in the day or even now, they struggled with becoming poor and just living afterwards, and people don't seem to understand that. They just look at what they make in the moment, and they don't realize that afterwards they could have accidentally spent it all or used most of it in the worst ways possible, and they ruin their lives. And now they're poor after being famous athlete. It's not like they're famous and then all of a sudden they get to have a life afterwards. They have to start being adults afterwards, and not all of them get to be news anchors and but sports casters and shit like that. Not all of them get to be stuff like that. And that's where it really draws the line. Same thing with content creators. Content creators only last so many years before the relevancy dies down, and then some of them just quit YouTube because they've done all they wanted. And you never know, maybe some of these guys like PewDiePie will someday retire from his job and say he's going away. Maybe he won't. And that's the thing. It's like, for example, Tom Brady's been in football for over 20 years. He's made a bunch of money. PewDiePie's been in YouTube for years and he's still making a lot of money. There's always going to be that one person who makes so much money and will keep going. You have to understand that even content creators, a lot of them give their money away to charities because they make so much money that they don't know what to do with it. And I personally think the charity that they're giving to means more than a doctor and a firefighter, because at least a doctor and a firefighter are well off compared to the people that these people are donating to. And, I just don't get where these people have, and I personally think it's a parasocial mindset where these people who watch them believe that they need to be in the same situation as them, because if they're not, then they can't relate to them. So the fact that they see that they're millionaires means they can't support them, because we're in a world now where we're saying eat the rich, when now we got content creators who are literally rich and now people are hating on them. And that's what I'm saying about Hassan. Hassan is getting hated on heavily for that, and I think that's well deserved because it's hypocritical of him. He always preaches eat the rich, but he himself is a rich person. I don't even want to get into the whole Hassan thing. I might make a whole video on him anyways, but for now, I'm just going to leave it on that. I personally think this whole leaking of income of streamers is stupid, and there's way more problems within it than the fucking money, but people seem to want to care about how much money they make instead. But just wanted this to be a little rant video. I guess it wasn't little, it was kind of a long video, but just wanted to kind of rant about it a little bit and then kind of sign off. I like doing videos like these. I like being able to just sit down and rant about something and talk about what I like to talk about. I feel like I can get it out better instead of having to cut up so much. I can leave in what I want to leave in, and I can feel how I want to feel about the situation and not have a hard time talking about it because it's something I can debate. So hopefully I can get going on some rant videos. And I know it's kind of weak videos because I'm not doing heavily editing. I'm literally just cutting up audio and adding a few pictures maybe, and that's probably about it. But commentary is easy editing, so it's not really that big a deal. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna see you guys later, and peace.